Coming up next on Largo V News, a groundbreaking event. Get out to vote in the next Largo City election and meet your City Commission candidates. Don't you go anywhere. Largo V News starts right now. Hi there, I'm Brandon Graham, and thank you for joining us for Largo V News, your City of Largo video newsletter. We're here to keep you in the know and on the go with programs and events happening in Largo. So let's get started. Well, the big news is that on November 8th, voters will once again be headed to the polls to elect a Largo City Commissioner. City Clerk Diane Bruner is here to tell us more.
This year our election will be on Tuesday, November 8th. All voters who wish to participate will have to be registered by October 11th. And this will be the city's last standalone election. After this year, we'll have our elections in conjunction with the county in the even years only, and it will save the city a large amount of money. We sort of started it last year. There was a transition schedule for the 4-year terms, and it began last year with seats 5 and 6. They were elected to 4-year terms. This year, seats 1 and 2 are elected to 3-year terms. And hereafter, beginning with the 2012 election, our elections will only be in the even years with the county, and all terms will be for 4 years. We originally had 2 seats up for election. Seat 2, our incumbent Commissioner Robert Murray, or Vice Mayor Robert Murray, is unopposed, so he's automatically reelected for 3 years. In seat 1, Commissioner Mary Gray Black, she's got one opponent, Michael Smith. And we have no referendum questions on the ballot, so voters just need to vote for one.
And for all the info you need about the upcoming election, visit your election headquarters at largo.com, where you'll find candidate bios, written statements, and video statements. And stay tuned, because in just a few minutes, we'll play those video statements so you can meet your candidates. Did you know that over the summer, ground was broken for the construction of the brand new Bayside Court apartments on Clearwater Largo Road? Bayside Court is a collaboration between Pinellas County, the City of Largo, and the private sector to provide more affordable housing opportunities. Thank you to Pinellas County TV for providing us with this story.
County leaders, along with City of Largo officials, recently celebrated a groundbreaking. If your travels find you driving along Clearwater Largo Road, no doubt you've noticed a big construction project underway. As Largo's Vice Mayor explains, it's just the beginning.
Well, this site was a mobile home park that fell into disrepair, and the Richmond Group came in and purchased that property to redevelop it. We're still in the process of continuing redeveloping the Clearwater to Largo Road district, and we're looking forward to more projects.
The site is being transformed into Bayside Court, featuring 144 2- and 3-bedroom garden-style apartments and lots of great amenities.
The residents will have full access to a 4,000 square foot clubhouse that includes a fitness center, a game room with a billiards table, a computer room. Residents will also have access to a large club room. In addition, the clubhouse will have an exterior pool. There will also be a tot lot on site and green space.
Green features play an important role in the development of Bayside Court.
Over the last several years, we've been working more and more to encourage new developments to be green, to have significant energy efficiency built in, and we're looking at that more and more as an absolute requirement. This particular project is going to be 100% Energy Star certified, and that not only helps our environment and the planet in general, but when you're talking about affordable housing, units that are more energy efficient cost the tenants less money and makes their livability more affordable as well.
The Bayside Court development also has other benefits for Pinellas County.
Not only will it provide housing, but it will produce at least 100 jobs in the construction field in building these apartments. As well, it'll help a lot of local suppliers in buying of goods and so on for this important project. So we're very, very pleased that during these tough economic times that the Richmond Group has taken the lead in finding the financing, working with Pinellas County and the City of Largo in producing these apartments.
Financing for the project came from public and private partnerships, including a federal Neighborhood Stabilization Program grant.
That's a new federal program where the federal government is providing funding to cities and counties across the country in an effort to help stabilize neighborhoods that have been hit hard by foreclosures, predatory lending, and those types of issues.
Pinellas County, as part of a consortium consisting of neighborhood lending partners, Largo, Clearwater, and the Housing Finance Authority of Pinellas County, successfully applied for and were awarded funding under the Neighborhood Stabilization Program.
We're very excited that we are able to make affordable housing readily accessible to the residents in Largo and Pinellas County. Without the neighborhood stabilization funding, this would have been an impossible project. Through a lot of creativity with neighborhood lending partners, the county, and the city and Richmond Group working with us, we're going to provide our residents high-quality, affordable housing that will serve us long into the future.
Long-term affordability was a major priority for the development, which has been placed in the county's Community Land Trust. This ensures the property will provide Pinellas County residents affordable housing options for generations to come. Bayside Court Apartments is expected to be completed in the summer of 2012. Leasing information is available by calling 888-344-9222.
And special thanks once again to Pinellas County TV for providing us with that story. Next on V News, as promised, get to know your Largo City Commission candidates by watching their video candidate statements. And as always, thanks for being with us, and thanks for subscribing to Largo e-News. Now, if you're catching this somewhere else and you're not yet receiving Largo e-newsletters, well, signing up is just plain easy. Visit largo.com and click on the Sign Up for e-newsletters link. Thanks again for watching Largo V News. We'll see you next time.
Good evening. Thank you for taking the opportunity to learn about your candidates in the upcoming November election. My name is Michael Smith, the most common name you'll ever hear, and I am your candidate for the Largo City Commission this November. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I was born and live in the city of Largo. The City Commission appointed me to serve on the Historical Preservation and Advisory Committee, where we are working to preserve our city's historical homes for future generations. I have a background in management, and for the last several years I have been blessed to work as a senior library assistant in the Pinellas Park Public Library. Now, when you hear about determination, I have two life stories that I can tell of this. First, growing up, I was diagnosed with a learning disability called dyslexia. Wanting to, in our public schools, learn as much as I could, I did, and I graduated with a standard diploma. Second, 3 years ago, I weighed 320 pounds. Wanting to change my life, I have currently lost 140 pounds. When I put my mind to something, that is what I will do. And as your city commissioner, that is what I will do for you. My mother likes to quote a saying that says, "If you don't like the system, learn the system and change the system." Now, I have no elected experience, but I think that's a good thing, because I can bring a new voice to our city commission, one that might offer a different approach to our city's issues. Now, I believe in keeping our taxes as low as possible in a fiscally responsible way, because I believe it is your money, your community. When looking at the budget, I have a priority list: public safety, public services, recreation, and city beautification, in that order. I believe we need to get government back into its main role of essential services. I support what our city is doing to make us a more business-friendly community. However, I wish we started a little earlier because we are having to catch up in a tough economy. Now, I believe in working together for the greater good of our city. I know that I will only be one vote among 7, but I believe in working together to get the greatest good for our community and for you. I will do this by working and listening. I think if we don't, we'll end up with what happened in Washington, D.C. recently. Now, issues are like people's children. When you attack them, they put up a wall. I believe if you listen to them and see where they're coming from, you'll learn a lot from both of you, and you can make a greater, wiser decision. I will, when elected, I will work to get more people and younger people interested in what our city is doing. I will attend school events and go to neighborhood and mobile home associations and listen to them and invite them out to our city commission meetings. And after, invite them out for pizza and see what they liked and didn't like about our city commission. Now, Einstein once said, problems cannot be solved at the same level of thinking which created them. We need a new voice for our city, one that will think outside the box, and that is what you will get from me. Please visit my website at www.smithforlargo.com. I hope on November 8th you will vote for Michael Smith. Thank you for your time.
Hello, I'm Mary Gray Black. I'm currently one of your city commissioners. I am also your candidate for re-election to seat number 1 in the elections this November. When elected, I will continue to bring honesty, integrity, knowledge, wisdom, experience, leadership, and dedication to our city commission. I will continue to work to provide you a high quality of service without overtaxing you, the taxpayers. I will continue to work for you to ensure that you receive prompt service and courteous treatment from our city staff. They do a good job, and I'm sure that they will continue to do so. I will continue to uphold our traditional city community standards valued by the majority of the residents of Largo. I will not support any policies on lifestyles that change or challenge our traditional family and community standards. I will continue to faithfully perform the duties and requirements of the city charter, and will continue to encourage our city commissioners and our city administration to do the same. I will continue to work to permit you the fair and equitable use of your property, keeping in mind that we must be sensitive to our environmental concerns, our natural resources, and the appearance of our city. I'd like to share something with you about myself for those of you who do not know me. My husband Bruce, a professional engineer, and I have been married for 48 years. We have 2 adult children and 4 grandchildren. We still live in the same home we've lived in here in Largo for 46 years. I am a retired city clerk, having retired after 18 years of service with the City of Bel Air Beach as the city clerk and assistant administrator. I encourage you to select and vote for the candidate who best represents you, your views, and your values. Thank you, and may God bless you.